Hello, it's me, Kathy. It's a Saturday morning here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I had some leftovers that I have to use, and being that that's what I do, I thought I'd share it with you. So a few days ago, I made something called Zesty Asian steak and peppers, and it was a saucy dish, and I served it over some rice. And this is what I have left over. So we're gonna play with our food. We'll be right there. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna run our steak through the food processor. Oh, I didn't even tell you what we're gonna make. We are gonna make Zesty Asian steak and cheese arancinis. And arancini is a rice ball that you can eat as an appetizer or as a meal. And when I was running the specials at the Chappaquiddick Grill in Falmouth several years back, we used to have an arancini of the week. And so I got to play with all of the things that we had kicking around in the walk-in and make them into delicious arancinis. And that's what we're gonna try to do today. So the meat is in. I don't know if you can see, we can move this closer. The thing sticks to the gut. There you go. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So we're gonna lock it in and put it on. This is a new food processor for me. It's a Ninja, and I love Ninja products. So we're gonna pulse because we don't want it to get too mushy. We still want it to have some texture. Let's see what we got. A little more. I'm gonna scrape down the sides a little bit here. Get that stuff down into the mix. And we're gonna go a couple more pulses and then we're gonna be good to go. All right, I think that's it. Kelly's barking, I gotta go let her in. I'll be right back. Okay, hey, I'm back. Kelly's in. So now we're gonna turn this off, and so it stops flashing. We're gonna take this bowl off. This is the texture of our steak and peppers. And it's pretty heavily gravied, so we're gonna get this guy out of here so we have some room to work. All right, so now we have our rice. We're gonna put that in a bowl. And we are going to put on our gloves and start making the arancinis. You can do this with your bare hands if you want, but right now my sink is covered, so I can't rinse my hands off in between, so I'll put on a pair of gloves. So I'm gonna break this rice up, and we are going to take the blade out of the food processor, and scrape this right into the bowl with the rice. Can you see my hands are covering? You know, I should move this in closer. Oh, look, I made a mess. I have our breading station all set up. So we're gonna get right in here and squish it around. Squish it all together. Fold it so it mixes up nicely. This smells so good. This recipe will be on the website if you're interested in doing the steak and peppers. I had bought some nice little baby peppers at the farmer's market, and I had to use them for something, so this was what I did with them. And now we peel. And when you make arancinis, you want to add some extra herbs, some extra cheese. So I have some chopped herbs from my garden. This is rosemary, thyme, parsley. And we're going to throw that in, all of it. And make a mess of the counter. Whoa! Stop it. I'm sorry. My shirt just kept getting caught. Oh, and yes, cheese. It's a nice creamy milk cheddar, so it gets nice and melty and cheesy. And I like it cheesy, like me. So about that much. So here we have our mixture. And I'm gonna grab another pair of gloves. New box. And we're gonna get right in there. Okay, let the squishing commence. I'm trying to do this from underneath so you can see better. All right, that is going to be a nice consistency. We want to be able to, you know, you want it to kind of hold together. So this is a good consistency for it. And now we are going to make our arancinis. Okay, ready to rock. First thing we're going to do is roll them. We're going to take some kind of a scoop or a spoon, and this is about a 1/4 cup. And scoop them up, roll them into a ball with your hands, like that. And you're going to set them out on a sheet. Make sure it's pushed way in so you can get the nice rounded nature. And this is fun to do. And you know, I am all about no waste and sustainability, and it's just really important to make sure that you use all of your food. Anything you have left over, anything you might have bought on sale but you don't know what to do with it. And I used to say when I was in the market business that there was 3 possible incarnations for any dish. You could make it into something or something else or something even else. And you know, I like to keep things in the house that are good vehicles to use for leftovers, like wonton wrappers and egg roll wrappers and tortillas and puff pastry and pizza crusts and, you know, all kinds of things that you can just turn something into something else. I actually started writing a cookbook called Something from Nothing, and one of these days I'll finish it. I don't know if I'll keep that title because I don't know if anybody will buy it. So anyway, we're gonna keep rolling. Okay, we have our arancini all rolled up and set on a sheet, and now we're gonna bread them. We have some flour, some egg, and some panko breadcrumbs, and we're gonna use what I call the wet dry method. So with this hand, I'm gonna put this in the flour and coat it all around. And when it is well coated, we put it in the egg. Let that egg stick to that. Now, I just did a mistake. I put my dry hand, my dry hand in the egg. So this is going to become my dry hand now. So this is going to be my wet hand. So we go into the panko, which is dry. So we take our dry hand, give a little coat, give a little roll. This is a pretty small bowl to be doing this job, but we're doing it. And coat it all over. And there's our first coated arancini. And then we take our dry hand and go into the flour and coat it all around. And then egg with the wet hand. I used to, when I started doing this method, I used to like hold my dry hand up in the air to remind myself that I didn't want to do that. So breading things is tedious and it's messy. You want to keep your drippy wet hand over the egg roll. So we're going to coat and show and place and dry. Roll that around, get that well coated, because the flour makes the egg stick. So, all right, into our crumbs with our dry hand, coat, roll, drop crumbs all over the counter. And we are going to continue to keep rolling these till we're all done. And then we're going to fry them. Okay, our oil is ready. And the way to test your oil is to take a little water and just drop it on there. And if it gets all busy and bubbly, then it is hot enough to fry. So let's do it. Oops, I moved you. There we go. Okay, so we have, I'll show you them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 arancinis out of this leftover zesty Asian beef and peppers. And we are going to go down into the GoDaddy. You can do this in a pot on the stove. It should be nice and hot. And you want to do these, fry these in small batches so they don't stick together. Drop them in. We'll do them like 3 at a time. And we're going to let them go. They're nice and bubbly. And this Fry Daddy was one of the best investments I've made. It lets me fry stuff. And you could probably do these in an air fryer. I have never used an air fryer before, so I don't know how. I'll have to ask my daughter. She's got an air fryer. Actually, there's a new Instant Pot out with an air fryer setting. And so you can slow cook, pressure cook, fry, all kinds of things. It's amazing the gadgets they have these days. So, and in, restaurants, they have big frylators, gallons and gallons and gallons of oil. You want to give them a little push, make sure they're not sticking to the bottom. And they're getting there, getting golden brown. Really working up a sizzle now. So yeah. And I've been thinking about what to do. Arancinis like to have sauces. And a typical Italian arancini, you can use a marinara sauce or, whatever. But I have two thoughts about sauces. Actually, while we're frying, I can show you. I love a sweet Thai chili sauce. That would be really good to see. And then I thought, I had some hoisin sauce in my refrigerator. I thought I'm going to mix that up with a little sour cream and make a dipping sauce that's sort of sweet and tangy, which will really go with these. I think that would be the better choice of sauces. But we're going to look at that in just about a minute when these are fried. And remember, all your ingredients are cooked, so you don't have to worry about things being cooked. Let's get a paper towel in here so I can show you up close what they look like. There are beautiful golden brown arancinis. We're going to set them on a rack that's lined with paper towels. And this is making a mess of my oil, but that's okay. And we are going to continue frying these. And then we're going to serve them. I'm going to show you how to serve them up. And, I like to do, you can just throw them on a plate and, bring them out to your friends that are watching the game or whatever you're going to serve these in or to. And there we go. We're going to fry away. Okay, so they're all fried up, golden brown and delicious. Let's open one up and see what it looks like on the inside. Oh, check it out. Peppery, steaky, cheesy. Wow. You can make arancinis out of anything. And it's fun to do. I even did one with a meatball inside one time, and I've done one with a piece of pepper jack cheese or whatever. But you can, like I say, you can make them out of anything. So now we're going to put together a little dipping sauce. We have our hoisin sauce. We're going to add just about a tablespoon of, I don't want to use that sour cream. We'll get our other sour cream. Whoa. Okay, so this one I just bought. And just about a tablespoon. We're going to mix that together. Oh yeah. Try to get the rest of that sour cream off the spoon. All right, I think we're mixed up as well as we need to be. And in a restaurant, you don't use your finger, but at your house you can. Oh, that's so good. Sweet and creamy and really good. So now that we have our sauce, we are going to make a presentation. We're going to take, here's another pretty plate. These are my beautiful hand-painted plates from the 40s that I bought in an antique shop. And we're going to put our sauce in our little, look at this glass. So beautiful. And even if you're not having company, it's really fun to just kind of treat yourself. My motto when I had my catering company, I had a big sign hanging over the counter that said, celebrate every day. I didn't make enough of this sauce, but we're just kind of showing off. So we shall see. So we got sauce and a few little arancinis around. And this is our beautiful presentation of our arancinis. And you know, I think we gotta have a taste. Let's see what it tastes like. Wow. Really, really good. So as we go off, we're gonna say, this is our arancinis. And this is our beautiful presentation. And today, we played with our food. Thanks for joining me.